If you want to get subscribers fast, I'm going to give you in this video one of the most overlooked things that you need to be doing, and it's not the typical stuff that you're probably thinking about. Okay, so first off, search engine optimization, suggested engine optimization, those things are important. They can help in the long term. You can piggyback off suggested views and show up in home feed. All those things are great, but those are things that are pretty commonly known, and without a lot of channel authority, a lot of times it takes a lot of time to get traction with those. So when we're talking about trying to get subscribers fast, you probably want to approach this with a different strategy, the strategy I've got for you right here. So here's what you want to do. You want to get out there and promote your videos in a very specific way. Don't do the typical sub for sub, comment for comment, view for view. All that stuff's going to put your channel in the toilet, and I'll tell you why right now. So look, if you're getting sub for sub or view for view, all those things, what you're going to get is a bunch of people that have watched your videos, and now YouTube's going to suggest more of their videos, or you're going to show up in their subscription feed, and then they don't click to watch your videos again, and now your click-through rate plummets. Also, the video that they did watch, they're probably only going to watch 5-10 seconds. Now your watch time plummets. So those factors are huge when we're talking about trying to grow a channel. They're constantly looking at those factors to decide what videos they're going to show in suggested, search, all those things where you can get a lot of views. So if you're doing sub for sub, view for view, all that stuff, it's really just hurting your channel. A lot of people think it's a way to grow because, oh, I got more subscribers and it looks good, and now people are going to come watch more of my videos because I have more subscribers, and that's probably not going to work so good for you, because having a lot of subscribers on your channel really doesn't do anything when we're talking about where the most growth can come long term, which is from YouTube promoting your content. But before that point, how do you start to get traction? Well, it's with this one big thing. So here's what I recommend you do. You go onto the internet and promote your content in the right way. You could do this on YouTube, you could do this on Reddit, you could do this in Facebook groups, you know, pretty much any avenue. But the big thing is you got to find a place where a lot of people are hanging out. So don't get into a Facebook group where there's just a few people. Don't go into a Reddit thread where there's just a few people. Find places where lots of people are present. So I'm talking finding Facebook groups with thousands of members, finding Reddit threads with thousands of people, going on YouTube videos that have thousands of views, or if you know a channel that maybe has a lot of subscribers and they've got a new video that just came out, say, okay, can I get one of the first comments on this video? That way you have a better chance of showing up higher in the comment section with a video that'll eventually probably get thousands of views. Next thing you want to do is give value, help people out, get in some conversation. And here's a couple specific ways and tactics of doing that. So the first way is if you're in these groups, or if you're on these YouTube channels, if you're in these Reddit forums, you can have something maybe in your personal profile, or like if you're on YouTube, whatever your channel name is, should represent, you know, what it is that you're about and where they can find out more about you. So if you're doing this on Facebook, your profile, maybe have your profile picture, you know, kind of represent what you're trying to promote. Have some links available on your personal profile. So if people like look at your comment, then they come back and they check out some of your other links and things like that. They check out your profile, and now they can find more about you. Or if you're doing this on YouTube and you leave comments, people will click your channel icon and hopefully go to your channel and then check out more of what you have to offer. Now the key to make this work is that you make the right types of comments. So you can do this in Facebook groups and on other people's YouTube videos and in Reddit by just simply going into threads that are already out there, or comments that people have already made, and replying to people, giving them some help, giving them some advice, and just kind of interacting with people, building community, building a bond. You don't always have to necessarily even be, you know, trying to give people advice or promote or giving value. I mean, that can help a lot, but simply showing up and being a part of the community actively will help a lot and help you start to gain some attention, especially as you have repeat interactions with the same people and on the same videos or in the same groups, right? People are going to start to recognize your name and face more, and they're going to like you a little more. They're going to know you a little more. They're going to think, okay, this person's actually a good part of this community. Let's check out a little bit more of what they have to offer. Then you can go into, like, let's say these groups, or on YouTube, you can make your own comment instead of just, you know, replying to everybody's comments, or Reddit, make your own thread. And with those comments or posts, give people value, right? Give them something that's helpful. Give them some advice, some information, something that maybe they didn't know, breaking news, right? Things like that. But figure out ways that you can give people something that will help them out. And what's going to happen? Well, a lot of people are probably going to hit that like button. They're probably going to give some responses and comments in reply to your comment or your post. And now you're going to start to get that post or comment showing up a lot more in the feed, right? That's how pretty much all these algorithms work. They're based on what is getting interactivity, right? So if you're getting a lot of interaction, then a lot of people are gonna see your post on this bigger video or post or group, and from there, a lot of people are gonna come check out your profile, and we've already set that up, so you're good to go on that side of things. Another type of comment you could leave is maybe just a simple yes, no type question, or what do you prefer, this or this, right? Posts like that are always really, really good as far as trying to get people to leave some comments. And again, that'll get the interactivity up, that'll get the likes up, you know, and the conversation going in the comments down below. And then from that, you can get a lot of people coming back to your profile to check out more of what you got to offer. Another way you can do this is leave a little bit more of a thought-provoking question that makes really people think and dig into what their philosophy on something is, or their opinion on something, right? People love to share their opinion and philosophy, and within that post you can kind of show a little bit of your experience and expertise to give people a little background or your 2 cents on it, or even in the replies you could get into that. But what that'll allow you to do is show people kind of what you're about, your knowledge and things like that, and that'll give them a little bit more connection with you and a little bit more reason to come check out your profile, and then again, check out more of your YouTube videos. And my personal favorite way of quickly getting subscribers, when you have a new YouTube video come out, if you can get view velocity, that's gonna increase your chances of showing up in search suggested, and long-term that video statistically has been shown, if you get a lot more views than normal, we'll get a lot more views long-term also than all the other videos on your channel. So when you got a new video going up that's going live, do this. Before that video goes live, get a post made that ties into that video. And what you wanna do is basically give some information, maybe a couple helpful tidbits of information that tie into what the video is about, or maybe even a couple of the things that are in your video so people can get some value from that post. So you're gonna make a long post. I do this a lot on Facebook in big groups, and you can also do this on Reddit if that's more of your jam, that's where you prefer to be, that's cool too. But at the end of the day, figure out where you can make these posts. Facebook groups, I like to put a picture to grab people's attention. You can also in groups make a headline if you're on a desktop computer, so that'll make the beginning of your post pop. You can put an emoji in there. I like to do that a lot to make it pop, and then I'll put that first line in bold to grab people's attention. From there, I'm gonna give people some valuable information that ties in with my video. So the first thing kind of is a lead in to get people's interest, and that ties into what the video is going to be about, and also what that post is going to be about, which should tie into your YouTube video. Then from there, I like to sprinkle in some helpful information, maybe steps 1 and 2 if my video's got 10 steps, or maybe just hammer home the main thing that, you know, needs to be in place, and that you go into more detail with your video. So right, so all these are going to give you kind of lead-ins to mention your video. And then I'll also sprinkle in some questions in there to get some interaction going and some engagement, because as we know, that's important for getting your post to show up more in other people's feeds. And with all that in place, at the end of the video, you can say, okay, I go more in depth with this, or I talk more about the next step with this in your YouTube video, and then put the link there. Or you could say, I'm gonna put it in the comments, because sometimes Facebook will kind of penalize posts that have YouTube or external links in them and won't show them as high in the algorithm. They won't favor it as much. So you could just say, I'll have a link for you in the comments. But if I'm in a bigger group, I typically like to put the link right in the post. And if you have a picture, a little bit of a longer post and a good headline, really good chance that it's gonna get a lot of people still seeing it, and from there you can really get a lot of people on your video. And if it's a good video and you deliver, then people are gonna be very likely to subscribe. Now if you want to see the perfect long-term strategy for getting more subscribers on YouTube video, check out this playlist. That's gonna help you a ton. If this video helps, subscribe and click the bell icon to catch the newest videos, and I'll see you in that playlist next.